The sky cries in the summer. Nature's seasonal depression gets worse every year. Her sadness comes in waves and we give them a name.
So I've learned a lot along the way. One, Bajans are a very surface level audience. We don't really deconstruct things as much as we should because, for example, poetry is writing to be read, spoken word is writing to be heard. Poetry goes in a book, spoken words goes on a stage. One is a performing art, one is a literary art. So we tend to use spoken word and poetry interchangeably, but they're not, because you can understand that if I do a spoken word album and Def Jam distribute it, it's a very different revenue model than if I do a book and Days Bookstore distribute it. So we can't treat the two products the same. The process might be the same, because I mean you're writing words and you're writing words, the imagery or the poetic devices are the same, but the product is different. So I've learned to take a step back, have a very objective, scientific approach to it, because it is an economy. There's a creative economy, the cultural industries. You have to look at it the same way how a lawyer will look at law or a doctor will look at the medical profession. You have to have a certain pragmatic, chronological approach to it. So over the years, I think I went from being someone who was trying to be a spoken word artist to being a creator of poetic products of all kinds. I think that seed would have been planted when I was doing my bachelor's. My bachelor's is in arts and entertainment management. And throughout that bachelor's, you're really learning how to be a business development officer for cultural products almost. So as I was studying that, I started to realize, well, hey, poetry is really the backbone of music. Whenever poetry, creative writing is really the backbone of all the things we consume. From the video games, the script has to be written, movies, the script has to be written, music is a writing process, the books, the blog posts, the press release, even captions on social media. Creative writing is integral to like 60% of our entertainment, and if you add audiovisual to it, then audiovisual makes up the other 40%. So I definitely realized, well, hey, I gotta explore all forms of writing if I can, and if I could do some camera work as well, since audiovisual production is a massive part of it. But then you'll be able to be very competitive and survive. So yeah, I learned to not react, to act, and to try to be as proactive as possible, and don't wait for things to happen. Seek to implement things, even if it's a smaller change, because you plant one seed that could grow into, well, this is where we are right now.
And we give them a name to remember the ones we never wish to forget. The ones who mistook the calmness in her eye for safety. The ones who thought maybe the stillness in her gaze was an invitation to go to a home they will never reach.